Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your timeless relationship profile reading. This is the Dream Medium. Welcome to my channel. So I hope you guys have all been well. I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle the cards. We're going to see what happened, or at least what happened in the past, what's happening presently, and later on we'll find out what will happen in the future between you and your love interest. So past, present, and future reading for Scorpio and their love interest. Past, present, and future reading for Scorpio and their love interest. Past, present, and future reading for Scorpio and their love interest. Let's do that again. King of Cups, Seven of Wands, Four of Swords, the Sun card, Three of Swords, and the Moon. And over here is your future spread. I'm just going to put it to the side. We will reveal it later on. So the top three cards represents what happened in the past. Starting with the King of Cups. Clarify this King of Cups. The Emperor. The Knight of Wands. Let's pull out one more. The Judgment. Interesting. So, okay, your message is like so strong because right when I pulled out the cards, Scorpio, I just heard everything that happened in the past. It was kind of too quickly, so I'm going to try my hardest to tell you everything that I'm hearing. But really, in the past, with this King of Cups energy, this is the energy of your person of interest. And so they were carrying this King of Cups energy where I do feel like this person was, okay, your person's very passionate, but they're the type who tends to wear their heart on their sleeve. So oftentimes they end up falling for not just one, but multiple people, which is why with the King of Cups, I intuitively saw that they were very passionate about you, especially to have you romantically. They were willing to give you a love offer. Now, this is the thing, though. In clarity of the King of Cups, you have the Emperor. So this person was certainly very persistent to have you romantically, especially the fact that the Emperor, when I look at it, I'm kind of getting like a stubborn energy, a very persistent energy from your love interest where it's almost like they refuse to stop pursuing you until you allow them to get what they want from you. So what I'm seeing here with the Emperor is you're dealing with someone who can be quite unrealistic and also quite selfish, because what I saw intuitively about your love interest, Scorpio, is like, it's all about what they want and what will make them feel good. This is someone who can be quite self-indulgent. So, for example, they wanted you romantically, but they were not willing to give you like a serious commitment. So it's almost like with this Emperor here, they definitely do not want to let you go, but I do feel like this is someone who was not ready for stability, who was not ready for something serious. So it's like, it's kind of confusing, right, Scorpio? Because this is a person who was very passionate, very, very persistent when pursuing you. And they refused to stop pursuing you until they could get what they want from you. But then again, they were not willing to commit. Very interesting. This is certainly a person who can come off as a player. In clarity of that King of Cups, you also have the Knight of Wands. So this is the passion that's just confirming everything that I said. You're dealing with someone who's super duper passionate about you. But the thing is, oh my gosh, it's like the Knight of Wands is just taking the word right out my mouth. I literally just said they seem like a player. And knights are notoriously known to be players because they're very passionate, they're very charming individuals, but they're so indecisive. It's like, when they don't have you, they will be so incredibly passionate to have you, and the second they're off to somewhere else or to someone else. So this is their energy here. I do feel like your person was in love with you in the past, but the thing is, they felt like during that time of their life, they were not ready for something. They were not ready to settle down. So it's like, I've met the one, but I feel like it's not the right timing. And, it was quite conflicting for both parties, which is why they continue to hold on to you, because they were in love with you. They didn't want to let you go, but, you can't continue to hold on to someone if you're not committing. Lastly, in clarity of that King of Cups, you have the Judgment. So really what I'm seeing here with the Judgment is their refusal to make a final decision. Now, I don't really take reversals in my readings, which is why I like to take a good amount of clarity cards. So intuitively, I'm seeing the Judgment like this. If it were to be in the opposite position, but it's like the Judgment card is really saying that this was their big problem. This was the major obstacle in this connection between the two of you, is the fact that they were unwilling to make up their mind. Like, what do you want? What is your intention? What is the purpose of this? That's the question that they were unable to give you. They knew that they were unwilling to let you go. They knew that they were in love with you, but it's like, what do you want from me? What do you want from this connection? Because you're just holding on to me, but you're not giving me a commitment. So next you have the Seven of Wands. Let's look into this. Five of Wands. More wands. And the Seven of Cups. So this is where I feel like in the past, it was just like drama after drama, Scorpios. And the reason why I say that is because with the Seven of Wands, this is the energy of your person. This is someone who was really suffering. They're really struggling trying to get their life together, especially their love life, because this is a person who was in complete player mode in the past. And, they ended up falling in love with you in a period where they felt like maybe they were too young, or maybe they just weren't ready for something serious. So it's like they were torn, it's like, I met the one, I met the right person, but I just feel like it's not, I'm not ready for something serious. It's conflicting, Scorpio. I don't know how you really dealt with this person, because they were conflicting themselves. In clarity of the Seven of Wands, you do have the Five of Wands, like I said earlier. So with this Five of Wands, this is more conflict, more drama. Now, the only thing with the Five of Wands is typically when this card comes out, it's representing that this conflict, whatever this drama or commotion is, whatever the problem was between the two of you, it wasn't just involving you and your person. It was involving or affecting people outside of the connection. So it could be family, friends. It could be a third party. For some of you, it was a third party. For others of you, I'm seeing that for some of you, what I just saw was like they would cause commotion in your life when they felt like you were moving on to other people. Yeah, some of you, this is like a really crazy ex, or, just an ex that needs to get their stuff together. I'm trying to be nice. So, Seven of Cups. So this is the thing, right? I do feel like for the majority of you guys, the Five of Wands is saying that there are too many people involved here. Okay, so the Five of Wands is saying that perhaps for some of you, like I said, the commotion could have been involving family, friends, or it could be a third party. Okay, but I feel like for the most of you, it really was a third party. Why do I say that? Because with the Seven of Cups, it's pretty much confirming that your person did indeed have options. The only thing, though, with the Seven of Cups is that while your person had options and they were enjoying those options, deep down, they were not being genuinely fulfilled. And that's the thing with the Seven of Cups. It's like quality over quantity. Notice how all of these cups look the same, right? They look golden and shiny. They look very valuable. But while they all look the same from the outside, they contain very different things on the inside. So, for example, if this individual were to choose this cup here with the snake inside, this is misfortune. This is bad luck. If this individual were to choose this cup here, the jewelry, that's abundance, that's fortune. So I do feel like your person really made things worse on themselves because, they were really complicating things by not following their heart and just settling down with you. That's what their heart wanted, but perhaps this person just needed more maturing, or more maturity. Clarify the Four of Swords. Knight of Swords. Why do I feel like they're mad at you? I feel like something happened in the recent past that made them mad at you, because the Four of Swords is the last card in your past spread, so it will most likely have influence over your present spread. With the Four of Swords here, this is contemplation. I do feel like, okay, your person feels like you've been rebellious. You've been doing the exact opposite of what they want you to do. So I really feel like some of you have been really trying to move forward and your person doesn't want that, which is why they are feeling very, very defensive and they're very upset with you. But it's like, don't blame Scorpio, like you had your chance. So in clarity of that Four of Swords, this Knight of Swords also came out. This is the second Knight. Excuse me, you guys. My apologies. There was some background noise. But yeah, I was just saying that this is the second Knight card that came out to represent the energy of your love interest. And honestly, Scorpio, this is just saying that you're dealing with a person who really needs to mature. Okay, they can be very immature at times, and they do carry a really big player energy that I keep on picking up, which is the Knight of Swords is pretty much confirming. I also want to point out that what I also saw with this Knight of Swords is your person, remember now, this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If I'm saying something that doesn't apply to your person, that's completely fine. Just wait until we move on to the next card and I'll say something that perhaps will resonate. But what I'm also seeing with this Knight of Swords is your person's, I guess, their way of communication. This is a person who most likely has a really bad temperament. I don't know, as I was looking at the Knight of Swords, I just saw that they tend to like throw like a fit, like they throw like a tantrum when they don't get their way with you, when they don't get their way with people in general, but especially with you. So this is an individual where when things don't go their way, instead of taking a step back and trying to reevaluate and see what they can do differently and better themselves, they end up putting the blame on you and getting upset with you. This could be a really big manipulation tactic of theirs that they have used on you in the past, their inability to take accountability for their wrongdoings. So be very careful with them, because I do feel like this person can get very angry, like they have a very nasty temper at times, especially with the way that they communicate with a person when, they feel like a person isn't doing what they want. So let's just talk about the present spread. What's happening presently between you and your love interest? You have the Sun card, the Three of Swords, and the Moon. Clarify the Sun. Oh. Hold on. The Six of Cups. Something major just happened recently. Temperance. Huh. Chariot. Oh, wow. Okay, I see what's going on here. Scorpio, your person, it's like everything that I just said, especially pertaining to this Nine of Swords, this player energy, everything that I just said, these clarity cards pretty much just confirms it, because the Sun card does often represent fulfillment, right? Now, in clarity of the Sun card, though, you have the Death. So I do feel like something happened recently and it just tore you apart. I feel like it really, like I'm getting hot just thinking about it. I feel like Scorpio, this person did something, they really messed up, but I feel like they messed up intentionally. Like they try to hurt you back for not submitting to them and for not doing what they told you to do. This is a huge player and a control freak that you're dealing with, Scorpio. I'm telling you, I spotted it with the Emperor. The Sun card is saying you no longer see this person the way that you viewed them in the past. Like, whatever, I feel like in the past you most likely put them on a really high pedestal, which was why it was so hard for you to get over them. But with this Sun card, Scorpio, it's like whatever they did recently, just your impression of them now is just so negative. Like, you do not see this person in a positive light. Like with the Sun card, once upon a time you did. Once upon a time you really liked this person and it was so hard for you to see their true colors, but this Death card is saying like you don't feel this way about them anymore. They don't make you happy anymore. You see them for who they truly are and you are so focused on moving on. As much as your heart may be still focused on this person, you know mentally you have to be strong and push forward. You even have the Six of Cups. So Scorpio, I do feel like what it was that they did to really make you mad, I feel like they went back to an ex. Okay? I feel like they went back to an ex. Now, like I said, it's gonna be different for everyone because this is a general reading, but the Six of Cups is like they reunited with someone who's very familiar. So it could have been a third party that we briefly talked about with this Five of Wands. It could have been like an ex. And clarity of that Sun card, you do have the Temperance. So the thing with the Temperance here is I do feel like you have, as heartbreaking as this situation is, with the Temperance, what you're not realizing, and this is beautiful, what you're not realizing is that you're putting all that love and energy on yourself now. At first, you were giving it all to a person who was undeserving, but now that you have your mind made up and you're so sure that this is not the person that you want, at least not anymore, you're you're showering yourself with all that love and attention. So I do feel like things may not have, gone like things may not be going well in your love life, but I do feel like in your personal life, especially your emotional health, things are a lot better now that this person is gone. It's like they were like a dark cloud in your life. Lastly, you have the Chariot. So this is the thing with the Chariot. I actually want to know specifically whose energy this is so that I can give you a little warning. Wheel of Fortune. Two of Swords. Oh boy. Who's this indecision? Page of Swords. So, Scorpios, I'm seeing two things here. Okay, so just choose which one is the one that you're doing right now. Because the Chariot, this is my action card. Someone is headed somewhere, okay? And it's not towards a new beginning. So the Chariot could represent that they're the one who is coming back to you with this Chariot, which I do feel like that's what it is for the majority of you. For a few of you, the Chariot could represent that this mood, this energy that you're in where you've made up your mind and you're moving forward could just be temporary, and you may sort of relapse and be tempted to go back to them. Okay? So, but what my intuition is really strongly picking up is that with this Chariot here, be very, 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 very careful, because I do see this person trying to come back. I feel like the Chariot is your person's energy. The second they saw you taking care of yourself and no longer giving them your time, boom, they want to come back. Two of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune, this is going back to the past. So that's why I was saying, For the majority of you, I strongly feel like that's what they're doing right now, trying to come back to you after really messing up and going to an ex. Or this could be you kind of being tempted to go back. All right? With the Two of Swords, this is really a person who's confused, someone who's conflicted, and they're not making a final decision because they feel like they lack information. And then you even have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, yes, someone is going back to the past. I'm telling you, someone's going back to the past. And then you also have the Page of Swords here. The Page of Swords is a person who's having a hard time moving on. That's what the Page of Swords is. So, Scorpios, what are you guys up to? And Scorpios, I just want to apologize for the background noise. You guys know the pandemic. I am in a full house, so please excuse the interruptions. But I just feel like as we go more, especially with this Three of Swords, we'll see. We'll clarify and see. But someone here, I feel like there was someone who had their mind made up to move out of this connection, and then they kind of relapsed and they got tempted to go back. It could be your person who was so sure to move on from you and start something with someone new who's coming back, or it could be you who was so sure that you were moving on, but now you're trying to come back or go back to them. So Three of Swords, this is heartbreak stemming from a third party situation. Okay, I'm not shocked that the Three of Swords came out because I strongly felt that with the Five of Wands. In clarity of the Three of Swords, you do have the Queen of Swords. So someone here, so they're the ones who's coming back to you, Scorpio. Bingo, which is why with the Queen of Swords, you're not having it. The Queen of Swords is seen as someone who is very cold-hearted, can be very cutting, but she's hurt, and that's why she has her sword up. She's waiting for that person who hurt her to come back to her so that she can give them a piece of her mind and really get them back. So this is your energy. In clarity of the Three of Swords, you do have the Nine of Cups. The thing here is this person's coming back to you with the same BS. I'm sorry, Scorpio, I have to be honest. With the Nine of Cups here, this person, I do feel like they still have that really greedy characteristic where it's hard to please them. They're always looking for more. Okay, it's hard for them to be satisfied by just one person. In clarity of that Three of Swords, you also have the Knight of Cups. Here we go again with this Knight. Scorpio, you see it for yourself. This is a player that you're dealing with. Clarify the Moon. Ooh. So, with the Moon card representing something that's hidden from you. It could be a secret or just something that you're not seeing about this connection. In clarity of the Moon, you do have the King of Pentacles. Oh. Scorpio. Okay, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something in the air or is there like a transition for people who are into astrology, because I don't know much about astrology, but there must be a transition going on right now. Because in clarity of the Moon card, you have the King of Pentacles. So someone new is coming in. That's what I'm really strongly picking up. And they're coming in as the King of Pentacles. I want to bring something to your attention, Scorpio. Your current person came out as the King of Cups, right? In the past. And then they started coming out as like a Knight, which is really scary. It's really just showing that your person is indecisive. Now, this new person is coming in or will be coming in as a King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is someone who is so incredibly certain. This is a person where you will rarely find them in a situation where they're indecisive or where they don't know what they want. When the King of Pentacles wants you, they will make it clear. When the King of Pentacles does not give his cup or his love offer to just anyone. This is a person who is very, very stable. And so, there's such a huge contrast between your present person and this new person who will be coming in. Now, for some of you, this is your present spread, but like I say, this is a general reading. So I feel like half of you have already kind of gotten like a little sneak peek, a little snippet of this King of Pentacles. You probably met them recently. For the other half of you, the King of Pentacles did come out to clarify the very last card in your present. So that means that if it hasn't happened already, that's fine. It will happen very soon since it's the last card in your present spread. So next you have this Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Really what I'm seeing here with the Ten of Pentacles is the just huge amount of potential and value of the connection between you and this King of Pentacles. Remember, I literally just said this King of Pentacles is someone who is very decisive. You will rarely find the King of Pentacles being uncertain about you. The King of Pentacles is not the type of individual who will, give his offer to multiple people or just anyone. So it makes sense that the Ten of Pentacles came right after the King of Pentacles, because this connection that you will have with the King of Pentacles is going to be so incredibly abundant. You see it here for yourself. You have 10 pentacles, not one, not two, not five. You have 10 pentacles. So every time I see the 10 of Pentacles, it's really representing not only the potential and the value of this new connection, but it's also representing that this connection will most likely be something very long term, settling down with each other, having a family with each other. This King of Pentacles will want stability. I'm telling you, I'm so glad that you finally have someone coming into your life who is deserving of your love, especially someone who is able to bring you some stability. So lastly, you have the Nine of Wands. Now, really what I'm seeing here at the Nine of Wands, it's quite sad, but that's just karma, because your person, the current person who you're dealing with, they are going to be experiencing major karma in love. And really, it's crying over spilled milk, knowing that they really lost an incredible partner like yourself. They really lost something, and now they're unable to get you back, because they will see very much, they will see your connection with this King of Pentacles. When I looked at the Nine of Wands, intuitively, what I saw was your person putting themselves in situations where they will be keeping tabs on you and your life, and seeing how incredibly happy you're going to be in your new connection. And it's going to make them so upset. It's going to make them have a lot of regret of their past mistakes. So really sad for them, because the Nine of Wands, whenever I see it, that's really a person who is suffering, but it's more so like an inner confliction, like being in their head a lot, being unable to forgive themselves for how they treated you. Just their mental state is going to be quite draining for them. And I do wish this person the best, regardless of their wrongdoings and what they did to you in the past. I would like to advise you to at least forgive them, not just for them but for yourself, especially the fact that the universe is going to come in and give the person who wronged you karma. So just let it go. Just let it go, forgive them, not just for them but for yourself. Release that stress, will release those negative influences that they had over you, because you need to clear your past, heal yourself, in order to prepare yourself for this King of Pentacles. Because when this King of Pentacles comes in, Scorpio, man, they're going to be the real deal. Like, this person is going to be so serious about you. So that is your past and your present. The future spread will be revealed and discussed in the extended reading. So if you would like to know what's going to happen in the future, where we will go more in depth and I will talk about what your future will be like and what your current person's future will be like, you're more than welcome to visit my website. The link is in the description box. The extended reading is only $4.99. Once you visit my website, you will see an option to view extended readings for the month of May. So, Scorpios, this was incredible. Everything's going to be okay. If someone wronged you, don't even waste your precious time dwelling on that. I'm telling you, once the universe steps in and, judges the situation, you will get that abundance that you've been so patient for. So, Scorpios, thank you guys so much. Please stay safe. I wish you guys the best and have a great day.